Hello everyone, my name is Terrence Drews and welcome to my video. Today I'm going to show you not a drawing of a kind, but instead my favorite Pokemon of every type. I based this idea of a video from another much bigger YouTuber named MNJTV. So if he's watching, hi. I'm a fan of your channel, like a really big one. Anyways, let's begin with the video. First, for the normal type, my favorite is Braviary because, well, it's a nice and majestic bird. It is also good for Team Sky. And as for the honorable mention, are Bidoof, Taurus, and Stoutland. Before we go to the next one, I want to explain what are the honorable mentions. The honorable mentions are basically giving credit to the other Pokemon that I like. So, like the next one, which is the fighting type. And my favorite of the fighting type is Annihilate. Because, well, it is a unique Pokemon, being it is the evolution of Primeape. And metaphorically, which is my favorite part, it has to die to evolve into this Pokemon, which is cool and kind of, what is the word, savage? I don't know. And I do like the type being Ghost and Fighting, which is a pretty good type in my opinion. For the honorable mentions are Lucario, Galarian Zapdos, and Slitherwing. Next, the flying type that flies high like Team Sky is Corviknight. It is a very cool Pokemon. As for the regional bird of Generation 8 of the region, Galar. And it can be used as a taxi, a flying taxi, which is pretty nice, so you can travel around like a free plane or cheap plane, I guess. For the honorable mentions are Gliscor and Lugia. Now, the very toxic poison type Pokemon that is my favorite is Salazzle. Its design is elegant, and it is also a lizard. And I love my lizards and reptiles. It's definitely not for any other reasons. Anyways, my honorable mentions are Arbok, Neganadel, and Clodsire. For the ground type, my favorite is Runerigus. I love how it is made out of runes instead of a sarcophagus, even though it is hard to evolve it. My honorable mentions are Torterra, Steelix, Arceluna, and Zygarde. As for the rock type, my favorite is Dusk Lycanroc. I was going to pick Kabutops as like my top favorite rock type, but I prefer Lycanroc, specifically Dusk Lycanroc, because I like the orange and green eyes, which makes the design looks better than the normal Lycanroc. Anyways, my honorable mentions are Kabutops, Hisuian Arcanine, and Garganacl. For the bug type, my favorite is Vikavolt, being it has cannons that can shoot out electricity, and I do like to use this Pokemon in any game. As for the honorable mentions are Golisopod, Centiskorch, and Cleavor. As for the spooky ghost type, Mismagius is my favorite. It has a great design. Anyways, for the honorable mention is Cofagrigus. For the steel type, my favorite is Bastiodon because, well, it is based on a dinosaur, specifically a Triceratops, I think. As for the honorable mentions are Metagross, Aegislash, and Kingambit. For the fire type, it would be Cerulege. It's so cool. It has fire swords for hands, and it has one of my favorite colors other than orange, which is purple. And the honorable mentions are Skeledirge, Typhlosion, and Coalossal. For the water type, it is Quagsire, because well, it's happy and round and fat, and I just like him. Anyhow, the honorable mentions are Basculegion, Veluza, and Tentacruel. For the grass type, it's Decidueye because of it's based on a prehistoric owl and an archer or Hawkeye or people that uses bows. Anyways, the honorable mentions are Serperior, Delmise, Breloom, and Hisuian Voltorb. Now for the electrifying electric type, my favorite is Zeraora. It's a great design, but I really wish that it would have been either electric fighting type or electric dark type instead of a just mono electric type. My honorable mentions are Zekrom and Luxray. As for the psychic type, Deoxys is my favorite. I love how it is based on DNA/genome. My honorable mentions are Galarian Articuno, Meowstic, and Espeon. For the freezing cold, which is the ice type, it would be Cloyster because I love the design of the shell and how the head is basically a ghastly. You can see the resemblance right here. My honorable mentions are Excalibur, Aomara, and Regice or Regice. For the Draconic Dragon type, my favorite is Garchomp because it's the coolest and most great pseudo-legendary that ever existed. In my opinion, of course. The honorable mentions are Dragapult, Cyclizar, Dialga, and Giratina. Now for the dark type, it would be Crocodile because of the colors and the shape of the eye that looks like sunglasses. My honorable mentions are Obstagoon and Galarian Moltres. The last Pokemon type for this video is the Fairy type. And my favorite is Alolan Ninetales. It is so majestic and beautiful, and I do love the snowy blue coloring for the Pokemon. And as for the honorable mentions are Tinkaton, Iron Valiant, and Sylveon. And those are my favorite Pokemon of every type. Please remember that these are my opinion and it may be different from yours. And remember to watch MNG TV's original video. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. And until next, we meet.